Alrighty guys, how's it going? Today's project, they put a trampoline right here recently. There's a retaining wall around the whole tramp. It's an in-ground trampoline. And they ended up putting all the dirt right here on the side. And they called me to come here and remove all this dirt. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be 2-3 dump trailer fulls. I'm still gonna try to back in the dump trailer through right there, but as you can see, limited access due to that tree, not flower bed. So I mean, I'd have to come in this way, but if I have to, I'll wheelbarrow it. Not really wanting to, but this is the project. I'm gonna flatten all this out, grade all this, and then right here I'm gonna put a little retaining wall running that way, just so we can, because that's gonna be a little lower than this grade. And so yeah, stay tuned. Alrighty guys, unfortunately I wasn't able to maneuver the trailer all the way around, hitting that little garden area on that side with the back tires of the truck. So this is what we're doing, and it's just me. I know I need to get some employees, but for right now, we grinding, we getting this shit done. So we grateful we have work, grateful it's a beautiful day, and grateful to be alive. So let's get it done and let's make this money. It don't matter how hard it is. We're about, I started around 10:30, so it's about 11:30. About an hour into just wheelbarrowing. You can see the progress I've made. Unfortunately, like I said, I got to wheelbarrow it all. I got almost half a trailer back there full. That's a 7x14 dump trailer. It's kind of taking a minute, but honestly, we're making a lot of progress for 1 hour. We're just gonna come over here and scrape this side up, match this grade. Here we grinding, we enjoying today, we feeling blessed. So let's get it done. This is how it's looking. Got some progress here. We're about 80% done with the dirt. We have a little pile right there, but then we're gonna start cutting it this way for this little retaining wall right here. It's only gonna be an 8-inch step down to that grade. Second trailer, we're almost full, and shoot, it's 2:15, and I say we'll head out in about 20 minutes to go do the next load, and maybe we could get one more half a load in and be done with the dirt, so I could just focus on the retaining wall tomorrow. Get in and get out, get paid. Alrighty guys, I have the second load here, but unfortunately on the way to the dump we got a flat. So luckily I was right by this Harbor Freight, and I got a jacked it up, disconnected the trailer. It was a friggin' bitch. If you've ever jacked up a trailer while it's full of dirt, you know what I'm talking about. But here she is, all blown. So let's fucking get to it. Let's try to get this load to the dump before they close. New tire on, ready to roll. Let's get the show on the road again. 3:55. Should have been back already and been loading up the last load, but it is what it is, guys. So we at least got it done and we're ready to go. So let's get her done. Alrighty guys, finally made it back. Got the dump trailer there lined up, ready to roll. 4:32. Man, that was a freaking mission, but we still made it. My goal today was just to get rid of this dirt, and then tomorrow we'll start that retaining wall. My goal tomorrow is get that retaining wall done. So, I mean, we're still doing pretty good, I'd say. For a one-man band, I like the tune this band is playing, huh? Alrighty guys, we're almost out of daylight. Sun's going down. It's 5:18, 5:20. Been here about an hour. So it's a little rough cut on the retaining wall. I'm gonna put a little retaining wall right here, like I said. This is just a rough cut. It's gonna come around right here and taper down. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do a wall with 3 rows, and the block's gonna be 4 inches tall. So I'm gonna do half of one buried all the way, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the rows. So this is so far what we got. I'm gonna finish all this dirt up, get all this dirt out, so tomorrow when I show up, all I have to focus on is the retaining wall, going to get the block and starting to put it up and get her done. So this is one day progress. Good morning, guys. It is 9:59. I just got here. I got the block here. This is how it looks this morning after yesterday, and I hauled off that last load. I dug this out. I just set the first block and got the laser up. We're gonna be grading just this little strip, just enough to fit the block in. And like I said, there's only gonna be 3 rows of this, so I'm not really putting any of that fabric, of that Geotech fabric and the gravel, because it's such a small wall. But yeah, this is the project, how it's coming along and how it's looking. Big difference from yesterday at this time. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Alrighty guys, this is what I got done so far. I have the bottom, the second, and the third row. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna do a 4th row, just to kind of grade out that yard, because it does come down pretty steep. We put another row, it's gonna kind of level out the yard a bit. But it's almost 2, and I know it doesn't look like much. It's about halfway done, but you know, you got to really stress the base row. You know, it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes sometimes per block. I don't know, I'm not good, and it's going to take time to get better, to get that speedy process in. But this is what I got so far, and everything's nice and level. Let me show you. Got the level right over here. I've been using it as my grade rod. Don't have a grade stick currently, but I do with what I have. Take a look at that. That's money, guys. And if you want your walls to be money, I can't stress it enough, that base rock, that base row, I'm saying, the very bottom one, has to be super level, front and back, side to side. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty level all the way down. Oh, yeah, no rock right there. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated here in a sec with the next video. Probably be in a couple hours. Also guys, step I forgot to mention is I'm putting this Loctite, just putting a few dabs on each side. Make sure you don't put it far forward, or else you'll have it start coming out of the walls, out of the front of the wall, and you don't want any of this adhesive to be visible. So right here, we just put some globs of this Loctite PL3X. Then get a block, and we'll just put a block on top of those blobs. Right here, the 3rd row down here, the 1st row, I'm gonna put 2 more, and then after that, that whole block is gonna be buried about 2 inches completely, and then we'll put, you know, we'll just bring this row and run it now. So it'll turn to 2 rows, but I'm gonna put another row on top, so it'll be like a four row wall. That's gonna look like it, but it'll be 3 over here. Right here it'll start to 4, and then those 2 will end, and then it'll be 3, just because the grade is starting to come up. But we're doing everything the right way. Make sure you adhesive these good, and like I said, I didn't put any gravel or anything, because this is literally just a 2-foot wall. These blocks are 4 inches tall. Should be no problem. So yeah, alrighty guys, finally got the freaking 1st row all the way done. I started stacking these, you know, when I got bored of doing that. It's almost 4 p.m. It's 15 till. So yeah, this has kicked my ass today, but this is the hard part. This is done. I'm gonna kick its ass right now in the last hour. So this is it. You can see it runs all the way that way. And then right here is where the first row ended, right around. Okay, I think there's one more block right here. So I went all the way to right here with this block, and then I started the second row just on top of this. And what I was doing for compaction was, well, this ground's been settled. This house was built probably, I don't know, 80s, 90s. So it's been settled for a long time, but I was digging it up with my shovel, the row, and then I'd pack it with the sledge, boom, 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 and then I'd put it on. And then if it wasn't level, I'd put a little more dirt, pack it. I regret not grabbing gravel for this part, but you know, you live and you learn. So yeah, all these are level, and now it's time to fly and get all these blocks thrown in. And just like that, that row is completely done. That was so much faster than grading them. That's always the reward, just stacking them. But yeah, dude, this thing's looking good. Take a look, guys. What do you guys think? This thing's come a long way from how it looked yesterday, at least. I have this little pile of dirt right here still that I'm gonna use, you know, just to backfill. That's why I left it, so I can backfill all this. I'm still gonna scratch a little right here to make that grade look nice, and then I'm gonna use the rest, some of the dirt, to fill in the spots, just for flow. Just make it look nice. Maybe put a little more over there in that corner. And other than that, we'll just load the rest up and take her on away. So, let's get this last row in. I say I can get it done in 20 minutes. This last row at least. First, I gotta backfill. I gotta backfill all these back parts, so let me do that first. Whew. Alrighty, guys. This was a beast. This took me all day. 5:16. I gotta get out of here and get to another job right now. But tell me what you guys think. How's this looking, huh? Ooh, she looks good. I just gotta cut a little piece right here tomorrow. I'll bring my saw. But what do you guys think? Check it out. Looks good, right? And then I graded up here. Nice and flat. Gradual slope down. Oh yeah. This thing's come a long way. Tomorrow I'll get some better videos. But for now, this is it. Fence is up. Put the post back in. Put 2 bags of concrete. Dumped 2 5-gallon buckets on it. This concrete will harden next couple hours. Put this little chunks of grass I had on the fence. And I mean, not 100% perfect, but I'd say for this fence being taken down 2 days ago and put up, looks like I never even touched it if you don't look there.